Hey, welcome to the Sleep Spa. I'm JB. I'm going to be your sleep massage therapist. Let's get you checked in real quick, shall we? Okay, great. So, what time is it? Okay, perfect. And just to make sure I have the right file, can you verify your name, please? Okay, perfect. Thank you. And I see you have prepaid in full for our basic package. Oh, I'm the one who did your intake call the other day, right? Yes. If I'm remembering correctly, you said you wanted to try the basic package for your first visit. And if you enjoyed it, you were interested in doing a deluxe package another time? Okay. I'm pretty confident you're going to have a great experience. But yeah, afterwards, tomorrow, if you are happy with how it went, go ahead and let us know if you'd like to book that deluxe package, and we can set that up anytime, okay? So, let's see. Since this is your first time, let's go ahead and go over what's going to be involved. Sleep massage it's a little bit different than a conventional full body massage. The goal is to massage you to sleep. So you'll be lying on your back in one of our special massage beds. You're going to have your own private room, and each of our packages comes with complimentary late checkout, so you can sleep in as late as you want. In a moment, I'll give you a key and walk you to your room. Then you can do everything you need to do to get ready for sleep. Did you bring your overnight bag? Great. We do have a variety of complimentary luxury products if you want to use any of those. Then go ahead and change into whatever you do or don't want to wear for sleep. And, next to the bed, you will see a luxury sleep mask. That's complimentary as well. You're welcome to take it home with you if you'd like. So settle into bed, put on your sleep mask, then I'll come into the room and begin your massage, alright? I'll bring whichever massage oil you selected during the intake. Okay, I have those notes here. So I'll bring the massage oil. I will begin with your shoulders, work my way down to your feet, and then I will finish up with the scalp massage at the end, okay? Alright, yeah, that way I can kind of clean some oil off my hands. It's good to have a little bit for that massage, but too much, and some people don't like their hair getting too greasy, so. Let's see, am I missing anything I need to tell you about? Oh, so you are, of course, welcome to fall asleep at any point during the massage. If it looks like you've fallen asleep, I'll continue with the rest of the massage, just to hopefully guide you into an even deeper state of sleep before I leave the room. I'll talk to you in a whispered voice throughout. Yeah, well, some people, because they're wearing a sleep mask during it, they just like to be talked through the whole process, so they're not startled by anything. But it also just deepens the relaxation, I think. So yeah, if it looks like you've fallen asleep, I'll continue with the massage. If you want me to leave, though, of course, just let me know and I'll be happy to do that. At the end of your massage, I will turn off the lights. I'll quietly leave the room, and I will leave you to enjoy the most blissful, worry-free, relaxed sleep possible. Okay? Great. So, let's go ahead and grab your key and get you to your room. Hey. Are you ready for me? Great. All right. I see you have your mask on, so this is the point at which I'm going to be describing everything I'm doing because I don't want to startle you. So I'm going to come right over here and I am going to settle myself into this chair here that's up at the head of the bed. Okay. Alright, so I'm right here. You look really comfortable. Are you comfortable? Okay. So before we move ahead, I just want to double check that I have the right massage oil. I actually brought all of them with me. I would say about a third of the time people change their mind what they want at the last moment. So I'm going to go through the different scents for the oils here, and you just let me know what your preference is, whether you want to go with your original choice or something different. Now these are all beautiful, gentle, organic, hypoallergenic massage oils. They feel great on your skin and they're very nourishing. We've got lavender scented. We have vanilla. We have, let me see here. We have peppermint. We have sandalwood. And then we also have an unscented oil. I can also mix them together to do any combination you'd like. My personal favorite when I'm getting a massage is a mix of lavender and peppermint. I like 3 parts lavender to 2 parts peppermint. It might not sound like the most appealing combination, but it's amazing. So once again, we have lavender, vanilla, peppermint, sandalwood, and unscented. You can pick any one of those or a combination. What would you like? Okay, yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great choice. We can absolutely do that. All right, it's going to be a little while before we actually get to the oil, but to begin with, let me just adjust myself here. Okay, I'm going to lean in a little closer. So, to begin, I'm going to sit here by your head and just kind of gently trace my fingers over your scalp. I'll let you know just before I'm going to start doing it. Not a real massage yet, just to start the relaxation process. Just sort of gently and playfully running my fingers over the top of your head while I talk. While I do that, I'm going to give you an overview of what the massage is going to involve, and then we'll go ahead and begin the massage itself, starting with your shoulders and neck, okay? And in just a few moments, I'm also going to transition to whispering only for the rest of the massage, okay? All right, so you're going to feel my fingers. I'm going to gently place them on the top of your head right here. And in just a moment, I'm going to start those gentle finger strokes all over the top of your head while I talk you through what we're going to be doing, okay? Great. So, sleep massage is, as I mentioned before, quite different than the more intense Swedish kind of full body massage you might get in a conventional massage therapy appointment. With a full body massage that's really working your muscles, it would generally be advisable to move around a little bit afterwards and to drink plenty of water. For obvious reasons, neither of those are things we want you to have to do right before trying to sleep for the night. So we're not going to be doing any really intensive muscle work, okay? Those deeper, more intense massages top to bottom. That way I'll move back up to your shoulders here, and we'll do the second phase of the massage with the effleurage strokes. Effleurage strokes are gliding, gentle, nice long strokes. They are also mostly done using the flat part of the palms. We will be using mostly light pressure, sometimes maybe a little medium pressure if it feels appropriate. But again, we don't want it to be too invigorating. It'll be a pretty slow pace, long strokes as well as gliding back and forth, possibly some circles, things like that. Some people who are normally accustomed to a really deep or intense massage might feel a little disappointed sometimes to hear that we're not going to be doing super deep pressure during this massage. They tend to associate intensity of pressure with level of relaxation. They think the more intense the massage, the more relaxing it's going to be. I don't know if you're of that opinion, but I do like to tell everyone that we really find that's not the case in a lot of situations. When the goal of the massage is relaxation and sleep, I like to think of intensity of touch kind of like tone of voice. You know, sometimes the best way to get someone to really listen to you is to lower your voice when you talk to them. If you raise your voice, you might be able to get someone's attention, but talking to someone in a loud voice also can cause them to tune out, or at least allow them to look around or be distracted. If you speak very softly to someone, then they really have to give you their full attention. They really need to give you all their focus so that they can pick out each word and the meaning of those words. They really can't let their mind wander or lose focus so much. And I find it's the same way with the body. When we sensitize your body to really light, gentle touch, not so light that it's going to tickle, you don't have to worry about that, but just generally light, gentle touch, we find that the body comes to a place of stillness and attention, and people find that they can feel things in a more detailed and focused and pleasurable way than they would with very deep pressure. There is a special note about the foot massage portion of this, though. Unfortunately, there's no reliable way to do light touch on the feet without it becoming ticklish for many people. So I incorporate a slightly different method for the foot massage portion that involves some steady pressure and gentle squeezing. I'll talk you through that when we get to it, okay? Okay, so just to summarize, we're going to be doing light, gentle strokes and pressure all over the body. We'll start over the sheet that's covering your body to begin with. Go from the shoulders all the way down to the feet, and then I'll make my way back up to your shoulders, and I will introduce the oil with those effleurage strokes. When we get to that part, what I'm going to do is, well, I'm going to do all the work. You can just lie there and relax. Any part of your body that I need to get to for the massage, I will pull the sheet aside, kind of freeing the area that I need access to. I'll tuck the sheet in a little bit around the rest of your body so that you're still cozy and comfortable. And then when I'm done massaging that part of your body, I'll adjust the sheet again to make sure that you're cozy and fully tucked in, okay? Great. Alright, so again, we're going to start with your shoulders here and the back of your neck. There are some areas of your neck and back that I will be able to get to. With you lying there, you don't have reach under here just to get a little bit beneath your neck. There we go. See, we got a little bit of pressure, but not too much. Okay, I'm going to start working my way down your right arm. First getting your upper arm, and then I'm going to start working my way down your forearm here. And I'm going to come back around here to get your left arm. Again, starting with the upper arm. Just smoothing my hands over your biceps and triceps. And now down the forearm. Okay, I'm going to start working my way down the side of your body here on the right. Okay, I'm not going to be doing too much work on your trunk area or your hips, but I am just going to briefly place my hands on the outside of each hip, right here on your right and on the left. Just going to gently sort of do some of those. Kind of very gently pressing strokes. Just to introduce a little relaxation into those muscles. People hold a surprising amount of tension in their hips, and I find that bringing even just a little bit of awareness to that area through touch like this can help release some of that tension. So with my hands here, if you could please take a nice deep breath in and out. Good. One more time. I'm going to ask you to breathe in and out. I'm going to kind of press into your hips here. Good. Alright. Making my way down to your legs here. You're going to feel me place my hands on the sort of top or front of your thighs here. Okay, here they come. Just gently doing those compressive presses on the top of your thighs here, gently to come back up to the head of the bed now. I'm going to get behind you. Alright, so this is the part where we're going to get those effleurage strokes, similar to the compression in intensity, but these have more of a gliding quality to them. So in just a moment, I'm going to put your oil onto my hands. I'll rub my hands together a little bit to make sure that the oil is nice and warm. And then I'll begin smoothing it onto your shoulders and the back of your neck, okay? So just to begin, I'm going to go ahead and pull the sheets away from your shoulder area here. Perfect. Alright, let me go ahead and get your oil. Alright, and you're going to feel my hands on your shoulders on both sides, right here. Just kind of smoothing on the oil to start. We want just enough so that my hands are going to be gliding smoothly across your skin. Not too much. So I'm working my way across the top of your shoulders. In just a moment, I'm going to kind of glide and scoop my fingers under your shoulders to get a little bit of your back area here. Again, you don't have to do anything, just stay relaxed. So right here, you're going to feel my fingers going back on, kind of scooping under. I want to get your trapezius muscles here. Big muscles that extend from the base of your skull all the way down to about halfway down your back and over your shoulders as well. A lot of people who struggle with upper back tension are feeling that tension in their trapezius muscles. Okay. And now I'm going to kind of work my way under your neck a little bit here. Kind of along the sides of the back of your neck. Here and here. I've got your elevator scapula muscles there. Gonna kind of focus on the left side here a little bit for a moment. Levator scapula is another common culprit for upper back pain or tension. They extend from the shoulder blade area up into the neck. Working the right side here. If you've been feeling any stiffness or tension in your upper back and neck area, you should see some improvement tomorrow from this treatment. Right there, and I'm gonna glide my fingers beneath your neck to start working these. Splenius capitis muscles. Big muscles in your neck here are the splenius capitis, the splenius cervicus. It's not really practical for me to get the lower one, the splenius cervicus, while you're lying on your back, but I can get the upper one pretty easily. So, do you feel my fingers here at the very base of your skull? On both sides? Okay. So that's where the muscle begins, and on both sides, and then it kind of extends down into your upper back area. So you should be feeling some really nice release of tension there in the back of your neck, warming and relaxing. I'm also going to work the scalenes a little bit. They're more along the side here. They attach from the neck to the ribs and shoulders. If you have stiffness in your neck, scalenes can be the culprit there. They're involved in a lot of the work of bending and twisting your neck. And finally, I'm gonna scoop my fingers under the base of your skull here. I'm gonna be lifting your head just a tiny bit to do it. Here we go. You can stay nice and lovely and floppy and relaxed. I'm just gonna work my fingers along the very base of your skull here to get at your suboccipital muscles. If you have any issues with tension headaches that originate at the base of your skull here, nice massage to the suboccipital muscles here can really help. Good. You're responding really nicely to this massage. I can see your body relaxing spend a few moments on your hand as well. Just gently smoothing my hand. Very gentle squeeze over your fingers and your thumb. I'm gonna work the kind of fleshy, meaty part of your hand down by the thumb here, and on the opposite side, the part that runs down by your pinky to your wrist. Those are your hypothenar and thenar eminences, if you were wondering. The hand is another place where we tend to hold a lot more tension than we realize, especially people who use their mobile phone a lot. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and lift the sheet, lower your arm, and tuck you back in. Okay, I'm gonna get some more oil and work on the other arm. Okay. So I'm making my way over to your left side now. Once again, I'm gonna pull back the sheet. Lift up your arm. Tuck the sheet back down and rest your arm on top of it. Okay. Once again, starting with your upper arm. Biceps and triceps. We're going to glide just very gently over your elbow, making our way down to your forearm. Getting those flexors first on the underside of your arm here, starting up by the elbow, inner elbow area, and gliding down to the wrist. Then moving on to the extensors along the top side of the arm. Gliding strokes from the elbow area down to the top of the hand. And working the hand itself, starting by gently squeezing the fingers, squeeze, and the thumb. And now working those muscles on the side of the hands. Good. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and lift up your arm. Pull back the sheet. Lay your arm back down and tuck you in. Beautiful. Alright. some gentle gliding strokes. First, down the hamstrings, back of your leg here. Back in the side. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Beautiful. Okay. Just a moment while I clean a little bit of this oil off of my hands. Now I'm going to make my way back up to the head of the bed. I'm going to sit behind you again. Here we go. Coming around the side here. I'm right here at the head of the bed again. Now, to finish up the sleep massage, I'm going to give you a gentle scalp massage. It's going to be just slightly more firm than what I was doing at the beginning. I want it to be nice and relaxing, but also something that you can sleep through. What I like to do during the scalp massage is just switch over to a body awareness exercise to help really ground you into your body and relax into sleep. So, in a moment, I'm going to go ahead and place my hands on the top of your head. And then I am just going to start mentioning different parts of your body, starting with your feet and moving all the way up to your head. You don't need to do anything. This isn't one of those exercises where you need to tense and relax muscles. All I ask you to do, if you feel up for it, is simply bring your awareness to the part of your body that I'm mentioning. Just lie there, relax, enjoy the feeling of my fingers on your scalp, and just bring some very gentle awareness to the parts of your body as I mention them. When I'm done, I'm just going to quietly get up, turn off the lights, and leave the room as quietly as I can so as not to disturb you. So I'm going to go ahead and say good night now. And thank you. And of course, if you need anything else, do go ahead and let me know. But otherwise, I'm just going to proceed with this final portion of the massage and then silently leave the room at the end. I hope you have the most wonderful sleep. I hope you wake up feeling relaxed, refreshed, feeling wonderful in your body. And I do hope you come back and see us again soon. It's been a pleasure working with you. So now you're gonna feel my hands, my fingertips, on the top of your head, right here. In a moment, I'm gonna proceed with a gentle scalp massage, and as I do so, I'm gonna bring your attention and awareness through those different parts of your body as you drift off to sleep. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. The bottom of your feet, Hello, and thank you so much for inviting me into your home today. I'm JB, and I'm going to be your therapeutic touch practitioner today. How are you? Okay. Well, your primary care physician referred me to you, or referred you to me, for nightly treatments. So this is our first one. I'm just going to run through what we're going to be doing real quick. I'm just going to be taking my equipment over here. I'm going to be giving you a very basic checkup, and we are going to be doing this each session. Just a few simple things I want to check, and then I will go ahead, take off my gloves, ask you to relax, and I'm going to give you a nice relaxing massage, okay? And we're going to do it right there in that comfortable chair where you're sitting. It looks like a good spot to relax, and you were told to find a spot that you could take a nap in if you wanted to, right? Okay. Yeah, this looks perfect. It looks super comfortable. So you're not going to have to get up at all. You can stay right there. For the massage portion, I will be going around the back, and I can work around the chair very easily. Your doctor did request that you have an extended period of either sleep or at least rest after your massage. So as I'm finishing up the massage, what I'll do is I'll just dim the lights in here and let myself out. You can just go right to sleep or rest for a while, whichever you'd prefer. Okay? Wonderful. All right, so give me just a moment to get my gloves on here. Okay, so I'm going to begin. Where did I put my light? I think I left it over here in my bag. Let me grab it real quick. Here we go. Alright, so right here I have a little pen light. I'm going to be shining it into your eyes. I'm going to be just taking a look at the way your pupils react. If you could look right here at my nose, you can blink if you really need to, but as much as possible, try to keep your eyes open. Look right here. I'm going to bring the light up. Good. Looking right here. Bring the light up. Good. Okay. Continuing to look at my nose. This time I'm going to bring the light pretty close to your eyes, and I'm going to pull it away. Just keep looking at my nose. Up and out. Good. Other side. Perfect. All right, can you do me a favor and look at my finger? Now just follow my finger as it moves. Good. Following my finger. Beautiful. Okay, so again, following my finger. Keep your eyes on my finger. Good. Okay, now I'm just going to cover up this eye for a moment. Keep looking at my nose. Good. Cover up the other eye. Look at my nose. Good. Alright, blink a few times if you need to. Now I'm going to ask you to look at the light. Look at the light and follow it as it moves. Perfect. You're doing beautifully. Okay, good. Put that away. Now what I'm going to do, if it's all right with you, I'm going to put my hands right kind of on the side of your neck here, and I'm going to be touching your face a little bit. I'm checking your lymphatic system, which runs all throughout your body, but I'm going to be checking just a few spots in your face, right here, like where your jaw meets your neck, and a little bit in the back as well. Is it okay if I touch you? Okay, great. If at any time you start to feel uncomfortable, just let me know and we can pause this session. But I'm going to start by gently touching over your eyebrows here. Good. And just very gently underneath your eyes. Okay. And I'm going to touch right here. Gently palpating. Checking for any swelling or any of those little sensations that tell me that the lymph isn't draining properly, but that feels pretty good. Okay. I'm just going to reach behind and I'm going to be touching the lymph nodes in your occipital areas right at the base of your skull. I'm going to reach around and gently touching. Good. Okay, and now right here on your face. Good. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing, let's see. One more look at your eyes. This one's gonna be very close. So I'm going to be getting very close to your eyes. I'm actually going to hold your eye open if you can, if you really need to squeeze your eye shut. I'm not going to like force it open or anything. I'm just helping you to keep it open. So just very gently placing my fingers here and okay. Can you look up for me? Good. And now can you look down for me? Beautiful. Okay, look straight ahead. Good. Okay. Got the shakes a little bit. Too much coffee before I came in. Okay. So once again, I'm going to be gently holding your eye open. Look straight ahead, please. Good. Too far. There we go. There we go. Okay. Can you look up, please? And look down. Good. Look straight ahead. Very good. Okay. Let's turn that off. And I'm going to swap out the headphones. Oh, you like this? That's very kind of you to say. It's new. I'm very excited to be using it. Okay. So this is used for looking in your ears. I'm just going to be taking a quick look. I'm going to go to this side. And then to this side, I'll be gently placing the otoscope into your ears. Just having a quick look around, okay? Alright. So, alright, I'm going to be getting very close to your ear here. I don't want to startle you if you suddenly feel my breath on your ear. Okay, so you're going to feel the tip of the otoscope gently entering your ear canal right here. Good. Alright, and I'm going to actually gently pull on the back of your ear here just a little bit. Like that. Gently. Yeah. That just helps me kind of straighten out the ear canal, or at least my view into it so I can see better. Alright, let's see. Taking a little bit of a look at the whole ear canal, but mostly the real stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and remove the otoscope. Other side. Gonna get real close to that ear again. You're gonna feel the otoscope entering your ear right here. There we go. Okay. And I think I'm gonna have to pull on this ear just a little bit. Okay, so you're gonna feel my fingers squeezing the back of your ear very gently. Just gonna lift up and out a little bit. Good. That shouldn't be uncomfortable at all. Just adjusting the view. Good, that's perfect. Okay. So once again, checking for excess earwax, any lumps, bumps, signs of infection, anything we might want to be concerned about. And it's looking really good. Your tympanic membrane is looking absolutely lovely today. You must be very proud. Okay, and just make sure that I get a good look. And if there's anything going on with the little bones there right behind the membrane, everything looks really healthy. Okay. Yeah. This looks like another perfect ear. Okay. I'm gonna remove the otoscope. All right. Perfect. Thank you so much. Go ahead and grab my stethoscope. And I'm going to be listening to your lungs and to your heart. First, I'm going to place this on your chest. I'll move it a couple times, and I'm just going to be instructing you to take some nice, deep, slow breaths, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and place it right here. Okay. Sounds good already. Can you take a deep breath for me? In. Out. Good. In. And out. Perfect. One more time. In. And out. Good, good, good. Okay. Gonna do a few around back. So I'm just gonna get this spot right here. I don't want to have to make you move too much. Here we go. Okay. Breathe in. Out. Okay, one more. Breathe in. And out. Beautiful. All right. Finally, last thing I want to do before we move on to the massage is check your blood pressure. So, I'm gonna need my stethoscope. Put it there for now. I'm gonna take this cuff. I'm gonna wrap it around your arm. I'm gonna inflate it. I'm gonna have a little listen, okay? Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and gently but securely wrap this cuff around your arm, a little bit above the elbow here. There we go. How's that feel? Not too tight? Okay, so in a moment I'm going to go ahead and inflate it with air. I'm going to take a listen, and I'm going to keep listening as I slowly let the air out of the cuff. It's going to feel pretty snug on your arm for a minute there, but it shouldn't be so tight that it hurts, okay? Just like a very firm hug on your arm here. Okay. All right, perfect. We can remove that from your arm now. Beautiful. All right. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and put all this away, and we will move on to your massage. Okay? Okay, I think that's everything. I'm just going to put this away real quick. All right. So all you have to do from here on out is relax, enjoy yourself, and let me know if any of the pressure that I'm using is too firm or too light. I'm very open to your feedback, although I'm also really, really good at sort of listening to people's bodies just by the way you're responding to my touch. So you may notice that I'm pretty good at sensing if the pressure's a little too much or a little too little. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. It's up to you whether you want to keep your eyes open or closed. If you fall asleep during the massage, that's perfectly fine. I'm totally used to it. So, like I said, I'm gonna get started, and then at the end, I will dim the lights and let myself out. I'll lock the door behind me, okay? Alright, let's get started. Get these gloves off. Alright, so I have a few options for you to choose from here. I have some massage oil, which is a blend of different oils that are really nourishing for your skin. I'm going to put the bottle right here off to the side if you want to check out the ingredients here, if that matters to you. And that one is unscented. I also have a few different massage lotions here. This one right here is an unscented lotion. I also have a few different scented ones here. I have, let's see, I have vanilla, lavender. I have a musky sort of sandalwood scented one for if you want something that has a little bit of a warmer scent. What else? Oh, and I totally folded to seasonal trends here, and I do have a pumpkin spice scented lotion. It actually smells really good. It's not too strong, but I understand that's something some people just love and some people not so much. But that's an option if you'd like it. So, which one of those would you like? Do you want the oil, the unscented lotion, or one of the scented lotions? Alright, I think that's a great choice. You got it. I'm gonna go ahead and get some on my hands right now, just so I can start warming it up for you. Okay. Alright, I'm going to begin smoothing some of this over the surface of your skin. just to make sure that the surface of your skin is going to be nice and glidey. Is that a word? Just want my hands to be able to smoothly glide over the surface as I'm working into the muscles here. Your shoulders, upper arm area here, and here. A little more in your upper back. Go. Let's get some on the back of your neck as well. Good. Alright, now I'm going to begin on your upper back and shoulder area. Right here, just kind of doing these gentle circles all over. Nothing too targeted yet. Just going back and forth in your upper back between the two shoulders here. Little circles to warm up the muscles, kind of get you used to my touch, comfortable and warm and relaxed. Okay. Moving a little further down your back. More circles. Working my way down. Good. And do some more of those circles on your left shoulder here. Working my way down the upper arm. Good. And on the right. Starting at the shoulder, working my way down the arm. Good. Okay, the same thing in your neck here. Back of your neck can be very gentle, firm little circles. Same. There are these sub-occipital muscles here. Right at the base of your skull, right here. And they connect, all these little muscles connect from your skull area down to your spine. And I find that a lot of people have a lot of stiffness and tension there. Gonna start some of those little circles. This is an area that I can see a lot of strain if you're someone who spends a lot of time looking at screens, looking at a cell phone or another mobile device. If you spend a lot of time looking at a computer, just the tilt of your head can cause a lot of stiffness and tension to get stored here in these sub-occipital muscles. Okay, now that we've kind of warmed up the muscles, I'm going to start giving some more direct attention. Get a little more of this stuff here. Okay. Alright, so I am going to be doing these sort of long strokes down your back, your shoulders, your arms, and then we'll focus in on the back of the neck here. So you're going to feel my hands on your back here. And these strokes are going to be a little more firm than the circles. my way down the right side of your back. And on the left. There we go. Both sides. Good. A few more little circles in the trapezoid area up here. A little more firm this time. First on the right. And on the left. With these types of massages, I only do massage strokes that run in the same direction as the muscle fibers, as opposed to cross fiber massage, which would be done more in more sort of aggressive forms of massage, like for sports injuries, things like that. We want to do something a little more gentle and relaxing with you. Good. Okay. I'm going to really work on those shoulder muscles for a minute. You're doing a great job. Can you take a deep breath for me? In and out. Good. Okay. You can already feel your muscles relaxing quite a bit. And we should be able to achieve deeper and deeper relaxation with each of our sessions. Keep going with the nice deep breaths. In, hold, and out. Very good. Okay, let's work on those suboccipital muscles at the back of your neck here. Little strokes with my thumb here. Thumbs on each side. I'll never run my hands with any pressure over the spine itself, but there are lots of muscles that run down the side that I want to get. There we go. Another breath, please. In. Out. Good. All right. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my hands on each of your shoulders over here and over here. And what I'm going to do in a moment is I'm going to give your shoulders a really firm squeeze. And I'm going to ask you to breathe in, inhale while I'm squeezing, and then breathe out when I release, okay? So as I'm squeezing, you're going to breathe in, and then when I let go at that same moment, I want you to exhale the breath, okay? So I'm going to begin to squeeze, breathe in, squeeze, 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 keep breathing in, squeeze, and Release. Breathe out. Good. Okay. One more time. I'm gonna squeeze. Breathe in. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And breathe out and let go. Good. One more time. I'm gonna be squeezing your shoulders. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Breathe in. And release. Beautiful. Alright. Let's give just a little more attention all over. I'll start with the neck here. And then more circles, a little deeper and firmer this time. Alternating with some of those longer strokes running along the direction of the muscle fibers. And in a minute, if you want to take a nap, I can count you down, okay? I can feel your muscles relaxing beneath my hands. Warm and relaxed. Right behind your ears here. Going down your neck. Shoulders. Going down your arms. First on the right. Like I said, if you'd like to relax, I'll count you down in a minute. Left arm here. Alright, just all over the back now, upper back. And starting at 10, I want you to think how warm and relaxed and comfortable you feel. Your muscles feel so good beneath my hands. Warm and relaxed. Safe and cozy. 9, feeling so good, so comfortable and relaxed. Good. 8, your body is just sinking deeper and deeper into the surface that you're resting on. Your whole body feels so safe, warm, relaxed, going deeper and deeper. 7, even more relaxed, so comfortably warm. You know you're safe and in good hands. 6, the muscles all over your body, so pleasantly warm and relaxed. 5, sinking deeper and deeper into relaxation. So cozy, such a good feeling. The muscles in your head and neck are warm and relaxed. 4, the muscles in your shoulder, your upper back, warm and relaxed. 3, moving down your whole body, all your muscles. Feel so cozy, so good, relaxed, warm, safe. 3, sinking deeper still into relaxation, a wonderful, comfortable, safe feeling all over, so warm and safe. And one. Good. All right, you've done a wonderful job. I'll go ahead and let myself out so that you can relax. Thank you so much for your time with me, and I will see you at our next session. Hey y'all, it's JB, and I'm really happy to be here with you right now. I thought that I could give you a little neck and shoulder massage, help you relax. If it's okay though, I'd like to start by touching your face a little bit and talking to you briefly. So if I may, can I put my hands on your face? So I'm going to begin by placing my thumbs underneath your eyes, just doing some gentle touching right here, and here. Before I get to the massage part, I wanted to take a moment to tell you that you are doing better than you think you are. You are. I promise. So many people are struggling right now, more than usual, and it's so hard. And there's this thing that I try and remind myself of when I'm struggling, when I'm having a hard time. I think of I have a little visual here of this broken ruler. I imagine like a sort of board on a balance point, like a seesaw. And let's say that this end is where I'm at when I'm doing the worst, when I've really, really sunk down into a super depressed or difficult place. Let's say this end is when I'm doing really well. Now, when I'm down here, I've usually sunk into a place where my thoughts and my habits are they're not at their best. You know, maybe I'm really not eating in a way that makes me feel good, not being very active. I'm indulging, kind of giving into a lot of really unhealthy thought patterns. And I might decide that I want to work on doing better and on feeling better. And when I'm down, way down on the end there, changing my patterns, my behaviors, it's so hard. It's so hard. And that can be really discouraging. Because I'll kind of pull together whatever little strength I have, whatever little willpower, and I'll say, I'm going to start doing stuff to make it better. And to begin with, it's incredibly difficult. And it can be super demoralizing because I feel how hard it is. almost like a actual physical feeling. It's like walking underwater almost, where even the littlest things can feel so difficult. And I find myself thinking, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can ever get to where I want to be when everything feels so hard. But, and this is where the visual comes in. I try to remember that starting down here, I have so much more resistance that I'm working against, right? But as I make those little changes, day after day after day, little changes, start to make my way up, it starts to balance out a little bit, right? So in the beginning, super hard, but it gets just a little bit easier. In this part here, this might be days or weeks or months, but eventually I'll get to the middle point where it's not easy, but it's not so much like every little thing is screaming resistance at me, right? And then if I can keep it up, eventually over time, I'm working every day, little stuff. It gets easier. I start to get momentum. Some of the things start taking care of themselves. I'll even find that, like with exercise, I walk a lot. That's usually the physical exercise that I get the most. Or I do yoga. Weeks into it, I'll start to notice that I actually want to do these things. And that's kind of the magical place that I'm always trying to get to. But it can take a while to get there. But the point is, go down your nose. The point is that in the beginning, when I'm first doing that turnaround first, trying to take those little steps, and everything feels so difficult. I can think sometimes that that means that I'm doing really badly. That it's all wrong, that I can't do it. That it's going to be too hard. But the important thing to remember, for me, maybe for you too, is that the whole reason that things feel so difficult is because I'm starting to head upwards. I'm feeling that resistance. I'm feeling how difficult things are because I'm moving against them. And so, when things feel really difficult, instead of being discouraged, try and remind myself that things seeming really hard, that's the first sign that I'm moving forward. And the fact that you are even here watching this video, that means that some part of you, even if it's just a little part, even if you've been in bed for days, no matter how hard things have been, the fact that you've come here wanting to feel better, that counts as moving forward. You're doing okay. If it feels difficult, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing anything wrong. If it feels difficult, that very well might mean that you're getting it right. here with me, taking a few moments to try and feel better. I want you to know that I'm proud of you. I think it's awesome. I think you're awesome. Okay. So I'm going to sneak around back. I'm going to work on your neck and your shoulders. I'm going to keep the chatting to a minimum. I'll probably just let you know what I'm up to back there. And I want you to feel free to just relax. Set aside all the stuff you've been worrying about just for a few minutes. Something I've said a few times here, but I think it bears repeating, is that I know it can be hard to stop worrying sometimes, because if you are all like me, there's some part of you that feels like if you stop worrying for even a second, it's like letting your guard down, and you need to stay on alert. Or you might slip up or forget something, or the problem might get away from you. But I want to remind you that our subconscious minds do a lot of amazing work. I think pretty much everyone has had an experience of not being able to solve a problem. Even if it's something as simple as, oh, what other movie did I see that actor in? Or, what was the name of my second grade teacher? Something like that. Big problems too sometimes. Sometimes we won't be able to solve it, and we'll try and we'll try and we'll try so hard with our waking conscious mind, and can't do it. And then maybe we'll go to sleep for the night, and we'll wake up. We'll figure it out. Or maybe we'll just give it up and do something else for a while. A few hours later, sometimes even days later, out of nowhere, the answer shows up. That is your subconscious mind going to work for you. So sometimes I think it's important to tell that kind of manager who lives in our conscious mind to just take the files off their desk for a little bit, pass it back to the subconscious mind, let it work on it for a while, see what comes back. And letting things go, giving yourself permission not to ruminate or worry, so you can watch a video and relax, because that's what you're here to do, right? Relax a little bit. Taking off your worries and setting them aside makes just as much sense as taking your clothes off before you get in the shower. It's just what you do. It'll all still be there when you're done. You can pick it back up, put it back on. As much as it can be hard to let go, taking a deep breath and letting go for a little bit in a situation like this, it's not only okay, it's the appropriate and effective thing to do. So, if you want to take a deep breath, just let it go. It's okay. Alright. So, if I may, I'm going to get back around to the back of you, give you a little massage. Alright, let me find that neck. There it is. Okay, so let me just, my hands are But let's say I want to place my hands just kind of on the back of your neck and then on your shoulders. And I'm just going to hold them there for a moment, just to kind of say hello to the muscles, to get you acclimated to the feeling of my hands on you. So if I may, if it's okay with you, I'm going to go ahead and place my hands on your neck right here. Okay, and I'm going to move my hands down to your shoulders, just resting my hands right here and right here, and shifting them over just a little. Okay. Now I'm gonna grab some lotion. I have a few bottles over here. I have this unscented lotion, and that's the one that I use most often. I also do have some scented ones. I have, let's see. This one is sandalwood. I have one over here that's lavender. I also have a citrus scented one and vanilla. Which of those would you prefer? Okay, you got it. So I'm going to go ahead and just get some lotion onto my hands here. Okay. I'm just going to warm it up a little bit. Okay. And what I'm going to do to start is I'm just going to smooth some right onto the back of your neck here, right down the back, and on either side a little bit. And I'm going to smooth it down your upper back here and each of your shoulders. So I'm going to go ahead and start on your neck. Your upper back here. And smoothing the lotion down your shoulders. A little more on this side. Okay, and a little bit more on this side. Okay, just gonna give that a moment to kind of sink into your skin, and that should feel really nice. I will reapply as needed throughout the massage, and by the time we're done, it should be, all that lotion should be totally worked into your skin. It won't feel greasy or anything like that. It just helps during the massage to help my hands kind of just glide over the skin when they need to. The only difference you'll notice afterwards on your skin is just your skin will probably feel really nice and soft. Okay? So I'm going to begin on your neck right here. You're going to feel my thumbs pressing against the back of your neck, right up here at the top of your neck, right underneath where your skull stops or starts, depending on how you think of it. Okay, so you're going to feel my thumbs pressing in and release. Press and release. Working my way down, just sort of pressing and dragging my thumbs downward. Kind of warming up the muscles here. Nothing too firm, just gradually working my way in here, okay? My thumbs gliding down the back of your neck, from the top here down to the base of your neck. Good. And I can feel your muscles already starting to release some of that tension. I can feel the back of your neck softening under my touch. Good. Yeah, you're doing great. Okay. And now I'm going to start working my thumbs in firm little circles at the back of your neck here. Once again, starting up to the top of your neck here, just under the skull, and working my way down. Good. And back up to the top of the neck, and working my way down. Beautiful. So what I'm going to do next is you're going to feel my thumbs right here and over here at the muscle that starts kind of right behind your ears. And on both sides I'm going to be firmly kind of dragging the thumb down the back of the neck, and then it's just going to keep traveling over those trapezius muscles there. That's that like sort of little bulky mass of muscle where your neck meets your shoulder. So it's gonna start behind your ear, go down, 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 over your shoulder and all the way across. Okay? So from here all the way to the tip of your shoulders. You ready? Pressing and pulling, thumb gliding over your shoulder. Good. Okay, back behind the ears, and gonna kind of work some little circles here, following the same path down the neck, starting to go over the shoulders. Good. Okay, I'm just gonna place my hands on your shoulders on both sides for a moment. And what I'm gonna do is in a moment, I'm gonna squeeze your shoulders on both sides really firmly. It shouldn't hurt at all. It'll be like a nice, cozy, firm squeeze. I'm gonna squeeze them. I'm going to hold the squeeze for a couple moments, and then I'll release. I'm going to do that a couple times. You don't have to do anything. You can just relax. Okay? So, one hand over here and one here. And, okay, I'm going to go ahead and squeeze, 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 squeezing your shoulders. And holding them while I squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And I'm going to release. Same thing, got my hands on your shoulders, and I'm going to go ahead and squeeze, 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 squeezing your shoulders, holding that nice firm squeeze, and I'm going to release. Perfect. Alright. What I'm going to do next time, I'm going to go ahead and squeeze your shoulders. But this time, I'm going to ask you to take a deep breath right before I start squeezing. I'm going to ask you to hold that breath while I squeeze. And then in the moment that I let go, I would like you to let that breath out, okay? So, once again, placing my hands on your shoulders. Go ahead, take a nice deep breath. And I'm gonna squeeze, 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 hold that breath. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze in your shoulders nice and firmly. Hold the breath. And release the breath. Let it out. Beautiful. Oh, wow. I can see a difference in your shoulders already. There's like, can you feel it? There's like a softness there. I can see it. Okay. Let's do that 2 more times. So I'm going to place my hands on your shoulders. Take a nice deep breath. And I'm going to squeeze, 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 squeeze. Hold that breath. And I'm going to release, let it out. Beautiful. You're doing so good. Okay. 1 more time. Placing my hands on your shoulders. Nice deep breath in. And I'm going to squeeze, 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 nice and firm. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. And go ahead and let that breath out. Release. Good. Alright, I'm just going to kind of sweep my hands down your shoulders a few times. There we go. Your shoulder muscles are already feeling much more supple and relaxed. Alright, so what I'm going to be doing now is let's get a little more lotion onto your shoulders here. Okay. And on this side. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing now for a while is working those shoulder muscles on both sides. I'm going to alternate between working my thumbs in these kind of circular motions, releasing tension from the muscles in that way. So I'll go down with those circular motions, and then I will do some more long sweeping motions where I use my fingers and the heel of my hand, larger sections of my hand to do these more broad sweeping motions. Okay, so let's go. And even though your muscles have already relaxed quite a bit, I think we can get you even more relaxed. And I can feel the difference right under my fingers as I'm doing it, so I imagine you can probably feel the difference too. You should be able to feel the muscles in your shoulders, and even in your upper back. Muscles just getting soft and warm, just sort of settling, relaxing, releasing. I'm just going to focus on really working on this side just for a little bit. more gentle.